Okay, do we have sound? We do have sound. Let's see if we can get engine sound as well. Yeah, boy. We have sound. Okay, brilliant. Let's go. So, fired up and ready for the first. Yeah, we're starting off well with English today. Hello and welcome everyone back to Assetto Corsa Competizione here on the 2S channel. Much time has passed since season 9, but we are back for our 10th season. We are into the double digits now, and that is very exciting. It has been so long. We've had the Porsche Cup series in between. We've tried some things with the BMWs, but now we're back to the big boys, the GT3 cars, and we will have our 10th championship with 8 races once again. We've got 25 drivers here at the season opener at Brands Hatch, and it should be a good one. I am, of course, as always, Timo in the commentary, and I haven't talked English for about 5 months. Oh boy, Veldman! So, you know, if you find me to be a little bit rusty, that's why. But we're gonna ease back into this, and today I'm still alone. Next week we'll have our 2-time champion, George Brabner, also known as Push, in the commentary booth as well. On screen, you can see an Audi with a beautiful new livery on my tier list, taking the top spot by Nico Veldman, with some gold accents, celebrating his championship. Also, I've got the wrong overlay. There we go. That's what we want to see. And yeah, we've got Veldman here in the Audi. He's not the only one with a new livery. Actually, a lot of consistency for him because... Danny in chat. Bit of consistency for him. He won his title last season in the Audi with the same team, just a slightly different livery. And I believe he still has the same teammate. Yes, he does. Here is... wow. Does he have the same gold accents or not? Are they a championship thing? No, he's got the same accents. Okay, cool. So we got those two for Audi. Right now they are in 4th and 8th and one of the more important qualifying sessions of the season, because Brands Hatch is terrible to overtake at, so this qualifying really matters. There's 6 minutes on the clock, and right now it is Bailey Thompson in the Los Polos Hermanos Mercedes, or what's the real names? I think it's like Los Polos Hermanos Racing Team AMG Amogos something. I'm honestly surprised they didn't weave a big Chungus in there, but you know, that is Vito, also known as Victor Chevinsky, currently in P8, who's just beaten Illigner for this position, and Bailey Thompson. They've got that. So they are leading right now, or rather Bailey is leading, and he'll see if he can keep that pole. That'd be massive for his race. Maybe he can claim a win. Then P2 right now is Tommy Azalin, and he's got another beautiful livery from Race Department, I believe, and he puts that livery right off the track, or the car rather, as he gets it a little bit wrong there in Brands Hatch. Easy to do. I think he slumped a little bit last season in Season 9. It's been a while, but I remember that. He was in the Mercedes, and it didn't work out too well. In the season before for BMW, he was an absolute menace, so... maybe he can bounce back in the Aston. It'd be good to see. Aston Martin, I think, goes well at Brands Hatch. I think I've won in that car on that track before. Yeah, I'm still proud of things that happened 2.5 years ago. And yeah, so I'll be interested to see what he does. Then we've got Trigon Racing's Ruben van den Herding in the BMW now. And I've got to say, on track, that livery looks absolutely stunning. I wasn't quite convinced in the showroom or the preview or anything, but it looks really good on track. He's done a great job with that. And he's also done a good job with his qualifying lap, the 1:23.4, putting him into the top 3 ahead of a new face and the best of the new faces. There aren't many, but... yeah, it is, I have no idea how to say that name. I'm gonna go with Wojtek. That's definitely wrong. Wojtek, I don't know. Wojtek Dvorak. That is wrong. Just, I don't know, if you hear this, you know, DM me your name, please. Or a Google Translate for your name. I don't even know what country that could be from. So, yeah, that would be good. We're gonna go with Dvorak for today. And go from there. Then Veldman He's in 5th right now. He's looking to improve though, so let's stay with him for a little bit. He's 0.27 seconds off of provisional pole as of now, as he heads through the forest. Another right-hander, and he's up about 2/10 on his time. So if he can do well in the final 3 corners of this track, then he might be able to put himself on the front row, maybe even the top step for now with 3 minutes to go. That'd be big. I think he gets 2 runs after this, depending on fuel level. So good luck to him. He goes for the final bend, trying to carry some momentum onto the main straight. I think he's done that well, even though it's not much of a straight, to be honest. It's a main bend more than anything, and he comes across, and it's 3rd for Veldman in Fast Forward Racing. He puts himself ahead of Van den Hooydonk with that, which is a good effort. So we've got the other name, I recognize it, but I don't recognize it from ACC, is Dimitris Sachinidis. I don't know if that's how you say it, but, you know, I mean, that's standard by now. Just, if you're offended by how I say your name, please tell me how to do it. Sachinidis, a Greek driver I know from SLR, from the F1 game. I did not know he does some GT3 racing, but, well, shocker, he does. So we will be able to observe how that pans out today. He's in 6th right now, ahead of our 2-time champion Sam Chumley, who is, after so much time of rivalry with them, joined Trigon Racing, which is a little bit of a surprise. So Trigon Racing, definitely one to watch out for the constructors. And yeah, I'm starting to simp for that livery. It's actually S tier. I'm sorry to Ruben for what I did earlier with the tier list. This is looks really good, the car. 2 minutes to go. Also, by the way, let me know if everything is going well with the stream. I have not streamed for 5 months or something. I don't remember when the last broadcast was, but that was the last time I've used my OBS, and so if anything is completely off, please let me know so I can try and fix it. Right now it seems to be looking, it seems to be going well. Image seems fluent, commentator not fluent in English, but that's fine. Yeah, seems good. Looks a little bit dark, but that's not the stream, that's the game, because Brands Hatch, the weather apparently not too nice on this virtual Saturday. Though the race is obviously on Sunday, so you know, we don't carry the weather over. Now, in the meantime, Azalin has put it on provisional pole position and has started his final run, which he's already a second down on. So this is probably where we're going to end up with him on a 23.1, which is a really good time, I think, since there was that one patch where every car became like a second and a half slower. And a 22 was what you could do back then, and now he's on a low 23, so super good from Azalin. And Bailey is not able to counter-attack. Veldman has put himself ahead of Dvorak and is down a 10th as he heads into, I think Sheen is the name of the corner. I've completely forgotten all corner names. He could try and beat Bailey, but he needs to get some time on him in this final corner. I don't think he's done it, so it'll probably be P3 on the starting grid for Nico Veldman. Then Dvorak is already in the pit lane in his Mercedes. Van den Hooydonk also has bottled his lap as we just swap over to him. Sainida's not able to do anything either. Veldman, yeah, across the line was not able to improve significantly. Iligna could still gain a little bit of time, maybe a place on Chavinsky, because Chavinsky is in the pit lane, so maybe some movement for P8 there, but I don't think he's gonna attack the big boys. It's all a little bit weird because, oh, Mills out of nowhere, well, not out of nowhere, I just wasn't watching him in his Spa livery car, puts himself 8th. And Iligna drops down to 12th, so he needs to find some improvement now, as most drivers have parked their car. Can he get back? Oh my god, Mills and Chumley on the exact same time, actually. The two Brits sharing lap times. Schlachczynski is 12th, but Iligna goes across and is 10th. So top 10 for the German, beaten by silver classes Jack Mills. Though that is a really good lap from Mills in his Spa livery car. Bailey Thompson P2, yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? And that is the thing, I have no idea what to expect in terms of packing order for today, since the boys haven't really... I was personally... I didn't really have time to watch Porsche Cup, so I don't know what they were doing there. And I have not witnessed any events in between, so anything that happened since the last official 2S race, I don't know. Therefore, I am completely out of the loop, and I don't know who's been grinding the most for the past 4 months. I imagine a lot of drivers have taken breaks, while others probably have raced in events and stuff. So that could change up the order a lot, and that is exciting for me today. And Bailey maybe has put in the hours. Oh, he's actually P3. I got that wrong. I'm gonna blame chat for that. So let's go for a grid walk on this beautiful virtual day at Brands Hatch. So, welcome back everyone. Our grid looks as follows. We have got on pole position Tommy Azelin looking to strike back after a disappointing season 9. Maybe he can fight for the title in season 10. Then Nico Veldman, our reigning champion. New livery, old car, and maybe the old result as well, as he might challenge for a title again. Bailey Thompson usually gets some surprise hits, but then doesn't have the consistency over the season, but maybe this one it can be his. Dvorak in the Mercedes puts it fourth alongside Bailey Thompson in the AMG, and he's gonna be completely interesting to watch. Well, completely new to me as a driver, so interesting to watch. Then Van den Herding, P5, we kind of know what we expect from him, and that is usually consistency over the season and a championship challenge, though it hasn't worked out so far. Then Pavel Gaida is in P6 in the Honda, and I believe that is the only Honda on the grid, so props alone for that bravery. Then we've got Dimitris Arinides in 7th, or Dimitris, Dimitris, in fact. So P7, another AMG, ahead of Sam Chumley, 2-time champion. Then silver class leader, and ahead of his teammate is Jack Mills in the BMW with the number 27. I'm still not sure what that livery means. I think it's like the height map of Spa or something, but you know, I wasn't there, so how would I know? Then Dominic Illigner in P10. I don't know what he's been up to at all. I know he was kind of transitioning to iRacing. No clue what's happened since, so he'll be a bit of a surprise box as well. Then Vito, pretty fast most times, and then something always happens to him. Seemingly, so maybe he can try and get rid of that curse after the longer break. Then Martin Müller in P12 ahead of P2 in silver class, Mikolaj Schlachczynski. I don't think I've read the first name before. He is second in class, 13th overall. Ben Lewis, VVDL, completely new livery, no more Pixar cars, is 14th. Then the other Spa car, Antoine Olivet in P15. Marius Savitskas, he has been here since the first season and he's back in a Ferrari, P16. And then we've got so many Audis. We've got Mihai Belascu, then we've got the not Mangoloco René Bon, then the Mangoloco Chris Stricker. Marvin Betsch in P20, ahead of his teammate for DRS, Niels Krüger. Or was it Nick? I forgot. Reinoa is 22nd, so we've got the DRS boys grouped. Noppen, 23, Weep car in P24, and a Jag rounding out the grid. Visser just finding a new reason to smurf, because you know, he will never just try and use his pace to get actual results. He doesn't like the pressure, so I guess he got too good, and starting last wasn't taking off enough pressure for him, so now he decides to put himself in the Jaguar, which is a notoriously shit car. We'll see what happens. Yep, no Pixar Cup, unfortunately. Also, hello to everyone in chat and viewing this. We've got 12 viewers right now, which is really nice, so, you know, I wouldn't mind some interactions from chat. Let us know how you're doing, how you've been, what everyone's been up to while ACC was gone. Would like hearing from you. So, what's gonna happen? You've heard me give this speech, I would say probably 30 times, 40 times, something like that. Oh, if you add F1, then even more often. I say this all the time. Brands Hatch, a track where overtaking is really difficult, but that's where the tension lies within this one, because drivers will stick together for eternities and you will just wait for that moment. Also, drivers get desperate and desperation breeds exciting overtaking attempts, but also some drama. So while there probably won't be many overtakes, we will get some long fights, we will get some raw emotions on track, and that'll be hopefully some good storytelling for us to observe and follow in the race. As we're 2 corners away from green flag, and I take a sip of my water. Azalin. I don't know how many poles he's got, I've kinda honestly forgotten everything. But he is certainly... Visser says he won't finish the race. I don't know if that's just taking even more pressure off. He's actually the king of sandbagging. But he puts actual sandbags on, he's driving a Jaguar. So yeah, I don't know how Azalin has done historically from pole, but I know that Veltman is going to have a tough time into turn 1. He needs to get the jump off the line, I would almost say. Let's go for Helicam, and I think after months of waiting, Season 10 is... Where's the line? Finally! Don't ruin this, come on! Underway, we've got green light, and then it's a bad start from Azalin, I think. Veltman is gonna get alongside, and he's already got his nose ahead, though the wider line is gonna force him to take a little bit of a break there, and he loses the position to Bailey Thompson right away, so Veltman down to P3. Bailey is able to jump 1 spot up the order. That is nice from him. Now Dvorak, looking to make an early impression on us in this league, is trying to get ahead, but he stays in 4th. Then it is Van den Herding and Gaiden. We've lost 1 driver, that is the number 17. That is Antoine Oliver, and it's gone terribly wrong for him already. Let's go to the first replay. Oh, we get a screen freeze. Come on. Don't do that to me. Why? Is that actually what's happening now? Oh, come on. I can't, man. Okay. Screen froze. That is amazing. I love that. Right. I can't believe it just killed itself. Okay, I'm playing the intro video and we'll be right back. Okay, no intro video doesn't seem to work. I am so sorry for this. What do you mean, who's gonna tell Timo? I have noticed that the stream died. I am aware. Thank you. There we go. Carnage, by the way. Turn 1. I literally... Who's gonna tell Danny? I literally saw that there was nothing, unless you talk about lap 2. Samri ended by Mills. I mean, that would be kind of funny. Now I'm starting to think you're FR because they did actually start... I don't think Ruben was around. I think you're talking crap. But we'll find out. Okay, no more replays apparently. Because they killed my client. Okay, we're back. Ruben is not around. Oh, but Mills isn't actually gone. Oh god. Okay, let's go to... Why is this not working? I want this to work. Hello? Okay. Okay. So where's Sam? Sam is in P... Oh my god, that was snap oversteer. He's in P13. Let's try and see. So what did we miss? I think... Yeah, Gaida's lost the position to Sachinidis. Illingner's gained a few. Chervinsky, I don't think has gained much. But yeah, Mills is completely gone. So Mills, no! The first Mills no of the season. And the 24 hours of Charleroi Charleroi Airport have, oh no, oh, and then the first, well, both of them are in terrible spots, 23rd and 24th. It's gone completely wrong for them, and Andrew Moulton also apparently involved in a collision. Timo, you like, well, I liked the livery before I saw that it was an anime girl livery. Okay, let's put it like that. But I'm, you know, I discriminate against anime girls. I'm sorry. But yeah, I wonder what the backstory behind this is. I suspect it has something to do with some problems at Charleroi Airport, wherever the hell that is. So I know I'm being a massive detective on that end. On a Trigon BMW. Oh, wait, am I... Why can't... Bro. Hello? La 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 la. La 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 la. What in God's name is happening with the sound? Can you hear me? Can people hear me? I don't think they can. I don't think they can. Oh, you, okay. Well, thank you, Mr. M. Powerlux. Okay. So my OBS is bugged, right? Okay, my OBS doesn't show me that I have any output, which is funny. So okay. Back to the action, man. I'm really sorry for all of this, but I didn't really predict that my OBS would crash and my ACC would crash if I tried to use the replay function. We've got a fight at our hands right now, and it is for the lead of the race with Azalin in the Aston Martin, and it is Bailey Thompson. And also, we've just lost someone, Pavagaida, and he retires the 918 car at the back of the circuit. So he was running in 7th and has now dropped down the order. Also Sahini somehow got past Van den Herding. It is easy to miss overtakes at Brands Hatch because you know, cars are so close to each other for such a long time. You never really know. But yeah, for the lead. How does Bailey do this? He has set the fastest lap of the race, not on the last run across the line, but slightly before that. So he has definitely got the pace, but Azalin has been able to resist it so far, although we're only 7 minutes into this, and this is gonna heat up for sure. I know Bailey as a driver who is able to make some daring overtakes, but also known as a driver who tends to make some mistakes under pressure, and this is a pressure situation. Even though he is the driver following, he's also being followed by Nico Veldman in that Audi behind, so maybe that gives Bailey the conditions to make a mistake, or maybe makes him, you know, want to get ahead even more and pull off the overtake. Well, we will see how it plays out. So that is the battle group for the leader of the race. Then a little bit of a gap to Dvorak in 4th in that beautiful Mercedes, gotta say, obviously inspired by the IRL F1 car from the years where it was a black one, but had a black livery. And then it is Sahinides for Shazoo. I did not know he was driving for Shazoo, but he is in 5th. Illigan has gained a lot of places. I think he started P10, he's now 6th. So that must have been, yeah, Gaida, Van den Herding for sure. No, wait. Yeah, Gaida, Van den Herding for sure, he gained those places, and 2 more even. And then Belasco is now leading Silva after the unfortunate incident of Jack Mills in turn 1 that Danny pointed out to us. We go to the main straight. It is tough to say on this track where the overtaking spots are, because there aren't really any. You just, well, everything's an overtaking spot if the guy ahead makes a mistake, but so far Aslan has not looked like he is one to crack under the pressure. Oh, that is so close to the bumper, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being a situation where Bailey starts pushing Tommy around the corners. I don't really want it to come to that, but it certainly would be spicy how close they are to each other. And Druids, that was something else, man. I don't know. That was probably in single-digit centimeter area of proximity between those two. So I kind of don't want to take my eye away from this. I want to run down the rest of the order to give everyone the screen time they deserve, but also I don't want to miss anything here. Though I probably will induce an overtake happening just by looking away for a second, because that tends to happen for some reason. Oh, Bailey! Oi, oi, oi! I hope that wasn't ear rape or anything, but that was so close to being a fatal mistake there, and now we will be able to see something interesting. Bailey obviously loses lots of time in this lap. I think he's the gap must be half a second or something now, and we will be able to observe the pace difference on the next lap. Can he close that again, or does that mistake mean that he has missed his chance? I expect him to be fast enough to close that gap, and I will keep an eye out for it. Maybe Veltman can even capitalize. I don't think so, though. Though Veltman has set the fastest lap of the race. Maybe he is just faster than the others. So, in the meantime, let's see what's happening with Rorak. Not a lot. Sahinides and he eyeing each other in the distance. Rorak loosely where someone is coming for a spot, but he's not under threat. He can focus just on the track and himself, and will undoubtedly do that. Then Illigna and Van den Herding, I feel like we've seen those two fight so much over the course of the past, what, like 5 seasons since Illigna was groomed to start driving ACC instead of F1 game. He has had lots of battles, and many of them have been with Ruben. I think historically Ruben, I think he got stuck a lot, but no, I think WoW got stuck a lot, and obviously over the time Ruben has been more successful when it comes to championship position, though in individual races WoW sometimes quicker. Today though, I wouldn't pass judgment yet. Hard to say. Then Belasco, Bonk Racing, that is not an inspiring team name, I've got to say. He is, well, he's gapping the VVDL boys, or just one VVDL boy. Hey, wait, Chumley has passed Ben Loos, so that is a success for him. I don't know where he did it, but he managed to pull it off. Let's actually check in with the leaders again. Yeah, Bailey is right back. He's right behind Tommy Aslan once more, and that is spicy. So the mistake cost him temporarily, but at some point Aslan will have to increase his pace, or Bailey will just be able to leverage his position in the pit stops, and he even goes defensive here, so he is feeling the heat right now. I don't know if Bailey can do anything there. I don't actually think so, but Aslan apparently felt threatened enough to go for the apex on the inside, on the right side of that track. Now Bailey's lost a bit of ground again. It's so close between those, so I just really hope we get to see an actual fight, some side-by-side action, and we don't miss it. So keeping an eye out for that at all time will be crucial. And then I was running down the order. We've got Loos in 10th now, obviously, and then it's Savitskas, the Moon Knight, and the lone Ferrari on the grid, and then we have got Mangoloco, absolute banger energy drink in P12. If you haven't, had Mangoloco, try it. Try not to get a caffeine addiction, but try it. It's good stuff. Martin Müller teamed up with Tommy Aslan. He is the other Aston Martin by Gulf Racing, and he is currently 13th. Looking at the rear of that Audi, probably getting a little bit frustrated by now. Let's check in with the leaders again. No, they are as they were. I don't know about the trend between them and Dvorak. I think Dvorak has gained a little bit of time on Zainidas, but I don't know if he gained anything on the top guys and is able to close the gap. Müller is then pursued by a battle group, which we should probably also keep an eye out for, which is Czerwinski, Schlachtschinski and Bohn. Two terrible names to pronounce, and one, well, easy for me. And also, I think it's not my fault that that car is black. I'm pretty sure that's on bans because he should be running the same as Chris, and Chris is, well, Chris's works for me, so I don't know. I don't think that's on me. Okay, also Schlachtschinski. Faced with some good defensive work for now, and then behind them is a gap. We've got Marvin Betch, enjoyer of emo music, of course. And then the Jag. He's got the team name Jag. And it's Ryan Noppen and Jack Mills in the Spark car. And wait, why is Krüger there? Oh, actually my timing tower is deceiving me on the second screen. We've got a pit stop from Antoine Olive already, and Niels Krüger is wiggling about there, and I think that's gonna prompt Jack Mills to go for an overtake. Oh my god, is that an overtake at Brands Hatch? It is! Jack Mills! Oh my god, Krüger. Oh, we've lost the 57, who's that? That is, oh, Vito! Oh god, that is a massive bonk, and it's gone completely wrong for him. Los Polos Hermanos Racing down to one driver. Let's ask for an interview with the team owner. Oh, that's not the team. Oh, god damn it! I ruined that joke. I thought it was gonna be Gus. On the hood, I didn't have a proper look earlier. I just wanted to show the Gustavo face. Oh, that was spicy. Getting into the way there. But yeah, so he'll find his way back to the pit, and that's gonna be massive repairs, multiple minutes. I don't know if he'll actually stick that out. I wouldn't blame him if he doesn't. Let's go to his teammate though. I must say, I'm not sure what to think about the red front lights. I'm kinda, they kinda look like, the car is on drugs, which, in turn kind of fits the theme of the team actually, so maybe. I think that was probably posted a while ago, but Jasper in chat saying Ruben getting pumped too fast, so whoever made an overtake on him, I think Sachinides? I think it was Sachinides, maybe made contact, so there could be some FIA action, though usually little bonks. Oh, we've got a side-by-side for P10, as the Audi of... Wait, who's... Oh, Belascu. Belascu's under threat from Savitskas, but is actually able to fend him off for a little bit more. And it looks like Los is the bottleneck in this, and he's bunching the guys behind up quite a lot. And that was the chance for Marius, but he was not able to capitalize on that for getting himself into the top 10. He's going to be kicking himself, but Los feeling the heat. He's holding up 3 guys, and... I think as soon as someone of them manages to pass him... Oh, what's that? That is the grass. You don't really have much grip there, do you? And that is the exact mistake that Marius was waiting for, the Lithuanian going up to 10th this time. Maybe counterattack from Belascu into Druids. He has the nose on the inside, does not go for it though, and Marius is going to be happy about that. We know, of course, he is very outspoken when it comes to behaving on track. And that would certainly have been a slight misdemeanor if Belasco had sent it into turn 2 there. So, glad he didn't do it. That would probably have resulted in contact and some, how do you say? Well, certainly a pissed off Lithuanian. Owen Turner saying, "No, I'm gonna, yeah." I shouldn't have even attempted to pronounce that. He says he has good memories at this track. I don't know what he's referring to. Might be real life. I mean, he's a Brit bonger, so Maybe, maybe actually real life memories. Don't know. So, has he ever done anything in ACC on this track? I don't really remember. It's been 1,000 years. When I crashed into Mills on the straight last year, that doesn't ring a bell, though it sounds like it should. Sounds like an absolute banger, mate. Oh, we've got yellows again. Has someone else dropped? No. Okay, it was just a short one. Nito in the pits, by the way, so he looks like he wants to see this one through. Wait, who's the 29? I think we've seen a mistake there. Visser. Has Visser screwed up? Is that possible? Yup. Okay, we've had a mistake from the Jag. He drops quite a few places. I was scared for a second because I think the 29 is actually Veld's number, but this season, of course, he's sporting the number 1 for obvious reasons. On board with Bailey now. It looks like it's gotten a little bit more overcast and gloomy. Track is only on fast conditions, so the lap time is not too great. Grip could be better, but everyone seems to get on just fine, or at least most drivers. Ruben and Dom doing, we haven't watched those in a while. Yeah, Ruben is not really getting held up. I've seen on the minimap that they were close to each other, but it's not like Ruben could go much faster if Dom wasn't there, actually. They're probably just similar strength on this evening. And maybe the pit stops will come into play with this. Of course, it's worth repeating. I assume the pit stop rules have not changed. If they have, then that's kind of embarrassing for me to not know. But of course, we, as far as I'm aware, give the choice. Either you take a 25-second pit stop for just fuel, or you take a 30-second pit stop for fuel and tires. So you need to evaluate, is that 5-second gain a time gain worth having old tires. And on a track like Brands Hatch, where track position is 95% of the deal, I would argue it probably is. And I'm actually running out of water already, you know. The half liter, or not half liter, but the glass of water probably would be enough if I wasn't alone in the booth. But I am, so excuse me. I will quickly go for a second glass of water. I can see my screen from the kitchen though, so I don't miss the action. Okay, we're back. So nothing particular has happened, though we see some pit stops and also, wait, is that action? Yeah, Dvorak has made a mistake and he's been passed by Sachinides. So that was something we missed. I don't dare going into the replay, which is sad, but it crashed the game earlier and I don't want to risk it again. And pit stops, we've got Marius in the pits, Martin Müller in the pits, so maybe those guys are on some mad undercut and will gain places. I don't know. Oh, 23. Who's 23? I'm bad with... Oh, it's Krüger. Niels Krüger has made a mistake in the DRS car out of turn 3 that was, and recovers. He's still ahead of Renault, but lost plenty of time there. 9 seconds, or 8.6 seconds if you want to be completely exact about it. Also on the last lap, Dvorak has lost a second to Sarinides, so I don't actually know if that was the full mistake. I don't think so. And up front, now Bailey, the gap is opening a little bit. I kind of assume this would be a case of Bailey pressuring Asselin for a race distance until Asselin makes a mistake, but after 25 minutes it seems like finally Asselin may be able to find a break. Tire wear could be affecting him less in that Aston Martin than it does Bailey in the Mercedes. That is possible, I do not know. And if that is the case, then it could get tough for Bailey now as he's being attacked by Waldman, and Asselin might be able to find the break and run away with this, trying to get himself into the championship lead by winning race number 1. And remember, it is a very short season, it is just 8 races, so points losses are unforgivable, and scoring big, you know, if you win this race, this sounds really stupid, but if you win this race, you've won an eighth of the races. You have 12.5% of race wins in that season already, and the 34 is now in trouble. That is... Wait, that is Sachinidis! Sachinidis has made a big blunder. I hope that was no collision or anything, but that is going to drop him from P4, of course. He was doing so well on his debut, and now he's way down, he's ahead of Lewis, and we'll need to see the pit stops to see where he actually comes at. I think it will still be P6, or P8 actually. But yeah, you can't be making mistakes like that, and it is easy at Brands Hatch. You put one tire into the grass and it just swoops you off the track, sends you into a spin. And speaking of off the track, we have got our first drive-through of the season, and who could it be except that Bance, who is now getting shown the blue flags, which we do enforce in this league, but I hope he knows that. I mean, he's been around for 10 seasons, he should know that we enforce blue flags. It's not usual in GT3 racing, but we do it because of, well, exactly what we're seeing here. Okay, Bance on the second corner there, realizes, lets Dvorak pass, no real harm done. Wait, why is Dvorak ahead of Nika? No, it's not Nika. Okay, that was Iligna. So, yeah, Dvorak and Iligna in one shot. Maybe Iligna able to contend for P4 after all, though he's getting undercut by Van den Herding and Chumley, so that's something to look out for. I wonder when he does go into the pits. And Asselin now up front with a 1.1 second gap, slightly slower than Bailey this lap, but Bailey pressured by our reigning champion here for second place. Tough spot to be in. You can see some aggressive lines driven by Veld. He lunged to the inside a little bit early, and there's quite the gaggle of cars ahead. That is, I think, Moulton being passed by Krüger there. And now I wonder if they are aware that there's lapped cars behind Moulton. Hopefully doesn't lose control on the grass. Veldman able to pass him. We are on board with Veldman for those not aware. So that looks spooky, but it turns out fine in the end. And that group of cars is... Wait, Asselin is involved? Yes, that is Tommy Asselin. Who is now getting ahead of Savitskas in the Ferrari, and oh my god, that was so spicy. Now Veldman hopefully getting past. He misses the apex, probably out of respect to Savitskas, who could have been on the inside there. I don't know, but in the end they all get out of the way. That probably raised some blood pressure, and also some lap times, but it's fine in the end. I don't know if the FIA will have to give out penalties for it. I think we're fine. It certainly brought the gap up front back down. Asselin losing out there big time, and now the 86 is in peril. It is... Man, these driver numbers. It's Moulton! So, he was just involved in that. He hit the grass a little bit on the inside in turn 4, and then later on the same lap out of Sheen, I think, makes a mistake and loses plenty of time. Dvorak now in the pit lane, and he is getting attacked by the undercut of Iligna. So in 30 seconds we'll be able to see where he comes out. It's all a little bit confusing right now because of the pit stops. Hard to tell who is where in the direct duel, but I feel like Iligna is too far away. Even though pit stops are long in ACC, they are not they are not 3/4 of a lap of Brands Hatch long, so might not get that done. And also he's behind Ruben. Yeah, I've just noticed. So Iligna's been passed by Ruben on the pit stops. Successful strategy from Trigon Racing there, getting past fast forward. Lewis ahead of Belasco. Did we see a mistake from Velasco earlier? I'm not sure. And also don't know what position they are fighting for because of the pit stops, but right now on track it's P4. It's gonna be a bit further behind than that. I imagine it's like P9 or 10. Hard to keep it all in mind when the pit stops start. And this is a basic tip, but in case we have anyone who does not know how ACC overlays work, or how the how the broadcasting view works. Of course, you got the driver numbers, and the background color and the driver numbers indicates what class someone drives for, so white is pro and grey is silver, and then next to it you see whether someone has pitted when it's green, or has still to serve one pit stop when it's yellow and has the number 1. I mean 90% of people know this, but in case you don't, it's the first race of the season. It's worth mentioning, I think. Helps a lot with keeping everything keeping the overview, and I believe Savitskis has lost. Yeah, he's lost out in that, of course. We were very worried what it does to the race leaders to have to pass such a chaotic mess of a train, but you also need to consider what it does for the silver class driver, Savitskas. That pit stop might not have worked out because on his undercut he lost the time getting lapped by the 3 leaders. That surely was like 2 or 3 seconds of time loss, and now he's behind Chris Stricker, which I don't believe he was earlier, so that hasn't worked out, and it is something you need to consider when deciding for a pit stop strategy. Also, that is Veltman they're trailing, so Veltman has just about lapped those guys. I don't know if he seems particularly much faster, though. He actually... No, I know that he doesn't, because he's also dropped 1.8 seconds to Bailey Thompson. He was right up... well, he was right behind Bailey, just a few laps back, so maybe Nico has made a mistake. I've seen him in the past fall off towards the end of races, and we've reached the halfway point, maybe. Maybe his old weakness strikes back. Chris, though, with the blue flag rule, probably not really able to do anything about it until Veltman pits, and that's going to be frustrating for the Mangoloco car. Actually, what's the Mangoloco car's team name? I wonder. I don't know. Let's check. It's Mangoloco SGP, and I don't know what that stands for. What does SGP mean? I'm probably missing something incredibly obvious here, but I can't help myself. So a bit further down the order, it's not a battle for actual position. We've got Andrew Moulton, who's yet to pit, and Antoine Olivet, who is very much not yet to pit, because he's already made his pit stop. Will Buxton level analysis from your dearest commentator here, as the Belgian car attempting to get ahead. Of course, the patriotic colors of our reigning Formula 1 champion, Max Verstappen. Of course, known Belgian driver. And now Antoine goes to the outside. I wonder if Moulton is just gonna pit or if he defends the inside there. Oi! That was close! Well, he's not pitting, but he's losing that place because that was a wiggle and a half, and that takes so much time out of his run down the start-finish that Antoine is able to complete the move. It's time to catch up a little bit with what everyone else is doing. So we've got Dvorak. He's still 5th. Well, that Sainides mistake will have done that. Sainides has dropped down to P13. He set the fastest lap in the meantime, but fastest lap doesn't mean shit if you make a big mistake and tank positions. So in that sense, Dvorak is a little bit freed up now. I really wonder what country that name is from. I would, if I had to guess, I'd say something like Slovakia, but I have absolutely no idea. It could be anything, really. I am not really aware with the naming. With names from Central and Eastern European countries. But I would assume that's where that name comes from. I mean, it doesn't mean he's from there, but probably the origin. Much easier when you're called Martin Müller. There's like 2 countries, Liechtenstein, I guess. Implying Liechtenstein is not a country, apparently. I mean, the town I live in now has almost as many inhabitants as Liechtenstein, so it's fine. You know, we are not a country either. It's actually my first time streaming from the new setup, which is the old setup, but in a new room, because I have actually moved out in the meantime, so loads of stuff has happened since ACC went, finished season 9. Now, Müller is looking to finish ahead of Chris Stricker. He's qualified ahead of him, but in the race the funny has happened, and now he has to make... Oh no! Oh my god, Chris! What was that? That was a mad save, and in behind we've got Sachinidis, who in the ripple down effect of that takes one position off of Savickas, now puts himself alongside Müller on the outside. The Aston Martin, though, able to probably stay ahead. Maybe Savickas able to capitalize back into the slipstream for Sachinidis into the inside. He actually gets alongside. Well done from him, and I think he might take 2 positions here. Müller swings it round the long way and is able to keep that place. So a little bit of excitement coming out of that 4-car group. Sachinidis able to, he saw the weakness, and he went right for that overtake. Well done to him. And also well done to Chris for holding on to that car, because that was sideways. And because I'm a very competent commentator, I've of course noticed that Alida has not pitted yet, but the 2 guys in the followers group, in the hunters group so to speak, they have, and with 25 minutes to go, it is looking like a deep run into this first stint by Tommy Azzelin. I don't know if that's gonna pay off. It honestly might, because I do not believe that Bailey or Nico take tires. It's usually you don't take tires, especially if track position is important. It's kind of a self-own to go for the tire change. So I don't think they did that, which means the undercut not that strong, likely, I guess. Also, especially because, you know, you make your car heavier by refueling in the pit lane. Therefore, I guess maybe you're even slower after the pit stop. That could be good for Tommy, but I don't know. So, you know, need to keep an eye out for that. That could be how the race win is decided. Let's go back to the battle group, and that is looking exactly as spicy as it did when we last visited them. Into Druids, a little bit of movement, but no overtake happening. Chris, though, does not look like the fastest in that group. There's probably a reason he's gotten out qualified by those guys and why he started in, what was it, P18 or something. But fair play to him. It's not about how fast you are, it's about where you can put your car, and he's been able to put that car in P10, so mad respect for that. Gained loads of places at Brands Hatch of all tracks. Good stuff from him. Martin Müller is not going to be happy that the driver ahead is delivering good stuff. 24, I think that's Ruben. Yes, Ruben has made a mistake, and he's lost time. That is, who's that? Chumley. Chumley has just gotten ahead, so Trigon Civil War may be triggered, and Illigna definitely up to P6, gaining, well, collecting all of the corpses of everyone else's who just dies in the forest. You could say it that way. Probably shouldn't, but you could. Wait, where's Sachinidis? Where is Sachinidis? He's disconnected. No, he's not disconnected. Wait, where is he? What? He is certainly out of the battle group, that's what I know, so probably made a mistake, or something. Someone else did the oopsie. I don't think we would be able to detect any bruises on the front of that Ferrari driven by Mr. Marius Savickas, so yeah, I don't know if he's been punted Zainidis or if he's done that to himself, but if he's done that to himself, second time this race, not the best look, though the pace is looking good, so promising for the rest of the season, but he needs to keep his consistency, or he needs to get it in check, I guess. Have the mistake, or stop making the mistakes, and he could be a real threat to those around him, and not in a, you know, driving into people way, but in a taking their position way. I have to... Oh god. This is really bad. But I think it Wait, I'm staying for this. But I think it started raining and I don't know if I closed all the windows. And I live under the roof. So, if I kept the window open, it's raining into my apartment right now, but sending it down the inside is Marius Savickas actually able to make a move at Brands Hatch? Maybe, but does not get ahead, and now the next one is the inside line for Martin Müller, the German, able to defend that position. More momentum carried for the Ferrari though, maybe up, nope, not into Surtees, which I think is the name of that corner. Okay, I'm checking on my windows. Okay. Nah, they're closed, I'm good. Okay. As far as I'm aware, nothing happened in the meantime. Where's the number 44? Why is he not pitting? 44, of course. Tommy Asen. Mr. Damien! You as... Well, I'm not taking English lessons from an Irishman, but you as a person from a country that officially speaks English, how else do you call the apartment on the top floor where you can only use half your space because the roof is like invading your space? How do you call it? I call that living under the roof. Tell me, enlighten me with your English proficiencies as an Irish person. Okay, I had to set something up there so I can see chat and my broadcasting client at the same time. So what's Veltman doing? Veltman still chasing down Bailey. No changes for position though. And I've gotta wonder. Wait, who's just gone off track there? Okay, well they're fine, so... It's one of the DRS cars. So, Tipsy, the thing is... Right. Wait, let me... Oh, that was spicy on the blue flags. Well, I mean, the thing is, first of all, of course, I know you're being a nitpicky cunt, right? So I know that you know what I mean. But that is also specifically why I ask you what you call it and not why it's wrong what I said. That's why I ask you what you would call it, because I don't think you have a better word for it, and if you do, then I'd gladly learn it. So... Right. I forgot what I was gonna say, but I'm sure it was a very intelligent rebuttal, and now this is what we've been waiting for, at least what I have been waiting for. I don't know what you guys are up to, but this is what I'm interested in. We've got Tommy Aselin into the pit lane, and we're gonna just stare at him. Oh, look at him. Feeling all nice and unobserved. He's just standing there. And he's gonna exit the pit lane and is gonna be either ahead or behind Bailey Thompson, and that could decide the outcome of this race. Oh, come on. Oh. I don't know where it's gone into replay mode because I just clicked the camera thing and not the replay mode, but at least it didn't crash the game. So we're stuck in a... Okay, that was a short replay, luckily. So where is Azalin? Let's see. He's back on track and he's... Oh, he's right where he was. That is actually incredible. They've been running for 20 minutes without seeing each other, and they're basically same pace. And that sets us up for the last 15 minutes of this race. Can Tommy Azalin pick up a win here? I don't know how many races he's won in the past. Tipsy, you've been real quiet since I've asked you for an alternative way to say that someone lives in the apartment right under the roof. Like directly below it. With no other apartments in between. You've been real quiet ever since I dropped that, right? I wonder why. Just tell me. Can you not wrap your head around the concept that there are figures of speech to describe certain things? Are you also disappointed if someone says they go sunbathing and they don't literally take a spaceship into the sun? Is that a thing you do, or are you able to comprehend, you know, the figure of speech and the metaphorical expression? Tipsy! Okay, he's not responding anymore. I've shut him up. I'm really just trying to get him triggered so he responds to me, but I guess not. Right. And these three are still super close to each other. Sahinid is actually closing in again. So he'll try and... I mean, he'll just start over, attempting to pass them. He's managed to pass Marius before. I guess it's round 2. It's 2 seconds between them, and the others are certainly holding each other up. Especially Chris. Oh, nah, going for the inside. Not working. Muller keeps that spot. Was a nice look though, and Bailey's really turning it up now. And what's the cameraman doing? Beams, try this. I don't get triggered. If a deaf person goes to court, is it still considered a hearing? Yes. I'm glad I could answer your question. Now, oh my god, I didn't think that Azalin felt the need to defend there, but he certainly did. Now he goes to the inside for Druids, and that is, I mean, that is just a sign of feeling pressured. Why else would he defend like that? I'm absolutely five-head on analyzing these drivers' actions here, but not enough for Bailey. He would need a longer straight. Don't think that exists though. Well, technically what we're entering now is a longer straight, but I don't think it's better in terms of overtaking. The corner afterwards kind of trash for running side by side. So if someone covers the inside, I don't think you can get the move. The angry looking chicken car. Angry looking chicken car. I'm gonna use that. The angry looking chicken car is closing down though, and one mistake from Azalin and it could be well, it could mean that he does not win this race. And while we are at it, I'm gonna go into the archives and see if he's won a race before. I would be kind of shocked if he hadn't, but I also think the season he was best in was dominated by was it Sam or Push? One of those two. So maybe he hasn't even won a race yet. Imagine not winning a race here, but well, my research will have to wait. Bailey again going for the outside line, able to get alongside the rear wheel, but that is never enough to actually make an overtake. And now I think Müller has made a mistake because he is... oh wait, who's that? 27, Mills, no! Aye, he's gone to the pit lane. Let's see what happened. Oh my god, the replay worked. That is amazing. Oh no! It's just all gone horribly wrong. It's a Mills not again. Nice camera pan. Let's go back to the live feed, please. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, we're back. And, oh my god, Bailey! Let's go on board with Bailey. Actually, oh, it's looking super spicy. Veltman is attacking Bailey. Thompson on the outside, and he's somehow getting the move done for P2. Let's get a wider shot of this. And yeah, Veltman just slips past all of this time. Bailey is attempted to find a way past Azalin. Tried, how can I overtake it, Brands Hatch? And then Veltman is just like, let me show you. Just does it. I respect that. But yeah, let's actually go into a replay of that, because that was one hell of a move. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Well, okay, we are not seeing the replay. I hope nothing. I hope no overtake happens while we're in the replay. I didn't reach back further enough, man. The live replay function of this game is actually completely triggering to me. I'm sorry for this. Let's go back to live feed, please. Live feed. Okay, no one overtook anyone. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah. You're welcome, Tipsy. If you have any other questions, such as the one you gave me, I'd gladly answer them. You know, I would love to put my education to good use and ask you and answer your very intelligent questions. You've got loads of questions. Well, shoot them right at me. And Veldman, he's tried this before, and he actually hangs it around the outside, does not manage to pull it off there, maybe switch to the inside, but that's allowed Bailey to get alongside, but the outside line is not proving good enough. Maybe a little bit of a love tap there for Bailey, Veldman keeps his car pointed the right way, though. He's come alive late in this race. I've criticized him earlier because I think there was a time where late into races Nico would kinda tail off, but it's looking like the extreme opposite. He is raging right now, and not in a bad way, not in a I am tilted and angry way, more in a I am going to be a menace and you'll have to deal with it way. And that is what Azalin and Thompson find themselves confronted with right now, as Nico Veldman wants to get onto the top step once again. He's done that plenty of times last season, but well, it's the first race of the season, so obviously he hasn't done it yet this season. Let me actually go to the archive through the archives now. Okay, Azalin has won a race. He's won the season finale in season 8 at an Italian track. I don't know which one that was. Well, there's many Italian tracks here. Is a turtle without a shell naked or homeless? Oh, sorry, I misread. A turtle. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Is that a new model? Where can you buy that? Oh, Veldman! Oh my god, I think I might have royally jinxed him as he's gone completely sideways and might lose the position. Bailey does not cut him off, but he manages to swoop round, and that is, well, it was nice while it lasted. But now he's back to P3 again, and that matters because those points-paying positions up front, there's a huge difference between each of them. You get, well, P1 gets 8 points more than P2, and P2 gets 7 points more than P3, so this really matters. From P10 downwards, it's always a 1 point gap, but up here, it is huge, the difference, so you can't afford to make those mistakes, and Nico's gonna be kicking himself. 8 minutes to go. He's gotten past Bailey before that, but that was also kinda helped by Bailey being right behind Azalin, not really able to escape. Now there's a bit of a gap, so this is gonna be even more difficult to Veld. Overtaking once at Brands Hatch is difficult, but doing it twice, now impossible, and with 7 minutes to go, I don't know if you can do it. Might stay like this, and Tommy Azalin might look at his first win since the closing race of season 8. Might pull a little bit of a Bottas there. You know, not win for an entire season. Win the last race before that season and win the first race after that. He could pull that one off, but maybe it is also the start to a championship challenge, and that would make it not a Bottas move. Today. Absolutely true. I really hope people who hear me talking about turtles here know that I'm reading chat. Also, Another driver come alive in the race is the other fast forward racing car, kind of mid in qualifying, qualified P10, but could get himself up to 4th, is Dominik Illig now right behind Wojtek? Don't know. Wojtek Dvorak. Maybe into Paddock Hill band? No. He stays behind and... Oh wait! Bailey somehow alongside Asselin and into turn 3. I think he's got the nose ahead. Can Asselin do anything, or is he getting attacked by Veltman? He's actually getting attacked. He might lose 2 places in one go here. He's been leading all race and suddenly he's down 2. We need to see the replay of that. I have no idea how that happened. Give me the replay. So that is absolute scenes. Bailey Thompson. Oh no, he punts into the rear. That gives Asselin a really bad run. But what's Bailey gonna do? He puts himself alongside and oh, he takes the long way. Asselin very hesitant in running his car wide. That could have led to a collision, and then both of them profit off of it. Nico just waiting at the opportunity. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there, and suddenly Bailey Thompson, the leader of this race, with only 5 minutes to go. Now Moulton's job to get out of the way safely of everyone. Gets flashes, but yeah, no harm done there. And yeah, that only happened because I looked to Illigna for 1 second. So, of course, that's gonna happen. Bailey now in the lead. The Los Polos Hermanos. Maybe a little bit of consolation after they lost Vito so early on in this race. Bailey could now win this one. And I think his last win was in a doubleheader, so I don't think he's actually won a full distance race. I think he's won a sprint one before. Let's actually check with that. Yes, he's won the first sprint at Bathurst last season, but I do not believe that he's won anything except that. Might be wrong though. You know, my memory's my memory's got loads of holes in it. It's like a cheese, like a Swiss cheese. Timo, did you know Angela Merkel has a Barbie doll made after her? Is this some like wordplay trap? Because there was Barbie dolls made after she was made? Like, you know, there's been a Barbie doll made after she was born? Is that the joke, or is there an actual Angela Merkel Barbie doll? Please don't. I'm always on my guard when I read anything from Tipsy, because he's probably bullshitting me. And how could you not? It's lots of fun bullshitting people. That's what the people, who decided let's race GT3 cars at Brands Hatch as our season opener probably thought. Let's bullshit Timo. But it's turned out quite well. The tension for P1 has been absolutely insane, and now there is a mistake from Dvorak. I don't know how much time you actually lose by putting 2 wheels off there. It seems it's not enough, and the straight is not long enough. For Illigna to get through, maybe into Druids, but he gets snap oversteer, and I think that ruined a potential overtaking run. In the bottom right corner, you saw Mills starting Football Manager, which just shows you how his race has been going. Oliver has made a solid recovery, he's up to 14th now, but the other Spa car has not had experienced the same amount of success, and Marvin Betch no, wait, that's not Betch, that was Renault? No, wait, who was that? Krüger? I am confused. Someone made a mistake. And I don't know who. Oh no. Yeah, I actually have no clue who that was. I'm sorry. But someone made a mistake. It's a very general statement. Oh, it might have been Strecke. Yeah, I mean, we've got 2 cars, or 2 teams with a black and cyan Audi livery. I sim for that color scheme, really like it, by the way. And yeah, I was not able to detect which of them it was. It was probably Strecker, to be honest. Velasco actually, oh yeah, I haven't mentioned him at all because I couldn't really tell where he was. You know, in net race position. Because he was the guy who stayed out the longest, out of all drivers, even longer than Asselin, and as he comes back out on track, he is leading Silver Class with a 3-second gap to Ben Lowe, so he might just win right off the bat on the season opener in Silver Class. I don't know if it's because of that strategy, but especially as a silver class driver, I think that can pay off a lot because silver class tends to be fight heavy. You get caught up in stuff. You get attacked by pro drivers who are behind you because they bottled their races early on, and you lose time in that stuff. And if you just don't pit, much less likely to get involved. You also don't get blue flagged and everything like that. So maybe that is what led him to success. Maybe he was also just the fastest silver class driver. Who knows? Jack Mills, who was the fastest silver class driver in qualifying, is now playing Football Manager, so that's where he went, so he didn't even need to be faster than Mills. Looking good for Belasco. Very nice to see.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
Yeah, I am giving it all I can, right? I can't do any more, Jeff, thank you. Wait, oh, well, I guess I'm blind. Maybe I'm not giving it all I can because I missed that Veldman had a massive trip up there. And I think I might actually decide the race early because now it's a 1.1 second gap and I don't really see how you gain 1.1 seconds and then pull off the overtake on Brands Hatch in one lap. So Bailey Thompson could win the season opener here. And that would be massive news. Brands Hatch, a track that is so easy to bottle. Just one wheel on the grass as you turn into a corner and it is over. Driving under pressure here is super difficult. Drivers tend to get scared from using all of the track, and if he has managed to keep it clean for an entire hour, that is a massive achievement from Bailey, and I think it could become reality. There's about 5 corners to go. In fact, it's only 3, I can count. It's 3 corners for Bailey Thompson in the AMG. He's got a scary Audi ahead of him who is lapped, but Bailey hopefully showing some restraint there, not driving into the DRS car. That is Marvin Betch, who's being shown the blue flags. He wants to stay ahead, I guess, but Bailey Thompson does not mind because it has gone perfectly well for him after looking at the rear of Tommy Miazelin for so long. He wins the race. He was third only 10 minutes ago, and now he is race winner at Brands Hatch. Massive congratulations to Bailey. Then it is Veldman in second. A little bit of a heartbreak for Tommy Miazelin, who still gets to stand on the podium. The imaginary podium. Wait, is that a run to the line? Oh my god, that was a photo finish. Dworak, our newcomer, on his debut. Number 1, please tell me how to say your name. Number 2, I'd like to know what country you're from. And number 3, congratulations on P4. That was a mad performance. Good stuff. Illigner is 5th, started 10th, so he gained loads of places. Chumley P6. I think he collided early on with Mills, had a little bit of a recovery drive after that. Ruben made a crucial mistake, so P7 for the other Trigon car. Starts the season on the back foot a little bit, but it's nothing you can't fix over the next 7 races. Then the Mihai Belascu wins for Bonk Racing in silver class. Happy flashes of his lights. BVDL car of Ben Lewis, P9 behind him, then Dimitris Sachinides. What could have been? He was mad fast, and he's ended up ahead of Savitskas and Stricker and Müller. I've completely missed that. How did he get past those guys? I apologize. I should have probably noticed that. But yeah, he is 10th. Then it's Savitskas, who's 3rd in class. Then Stricker P12 for Mangoloko. SGP. Martin Müller, some massive damage on that car after the line, I guess. Antoine Olivier, 14th, and we don't get to see the rest of it. The top 20 cars score points. Massive race. Good stuff, and I'm hyped for the season now. If you weren't before the start of this, I hope you are now. Because that was great, and let's see where it takes us next time. It actually takes us to my home turf. It is going to be the track where I will flex with being able to pronounce all the corner names, because we go to the land of engineers and history no one shall speak about. We go to Germany at the Nürburgring, and yeah, be there for that. That is going to be on the 26th of September. I don't know if I'm going to be there for that because I returned from the holidays on that day, and I'm not sure I'm home by 8 in the evening. So maybe you'll have to bear with Push alone, but no matter what, I'm sure it's going to be great. It's going to be a great watch. Probably also great to drive. It's a cool track. Make sure to check that one out. Congrats to Belasco and especially Bailey. Thanks for giving us an exciting race. Thanks to everyone for watching, and also the guys who were interacting in chat. It has been a blast. See